Welcome to the Magnolia Minute. I'm Corey Poole, and today I have with me Steve Rachal, retired Louisiana State Police Sergeant. How are you?
I'm doing great, Corey. How are you doing?
Good. So I was told you have something very important to say?
Yes, ma'am. Officially today, I'm announcing my candidacy for the Sheriff of Natchitoches Parish.
Awesome. So let's start off with you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Gladly. Corey, I was born and raised in Natchitoches Parish. Lived here all my life. My parents lived here, my grandparents, my children, my grandchildren. My wife Karen and I live here and have 7 children. We just recently adopted a little boy, and the house is kind of full, but we have 9 grandchildren as well. My background in law enforcement began in 1985 here in Natchitoches. I was hired with the city police in Natchitoches. Worked there for about a year, went to the sheriff's office, worked there for 4 years. I applied for the Louisiana State Police, was hired in 1990, and I served there until I retired in 2011. During my career with the state police, I was a patrol trooper, a resident trooper of Natchitoches Parish, and then I promoted to detective and then to sergeant in investigations. I was initially a detective sergeant. Then I moved to the gaming section. I served there for a while. I served back in the detective section, a special crimes unit, and then I finally retired out of the intelligence section. I was assigned to several details: the Katrina detail, other hurricane details. I was assigned to presidential security a couple of times. Security of General Norman Schwarzkopf when he was here for the Medal of Honor inductees in the Shreveport area. So I've had a pretty well-rounded experience in law enforcement. I was also a member of the United States Marshals Task Force Fugitive Apprehension Unit throughout my career as an investigator with state police.
Yeah, so it sounds like you got a wide range of experience.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to my next question. Why did you choose to run for Natchitoches Parish Sheriff?
That's a great question, and as I've said, my roots are deep in Natchitoches Parish. My children are here, my grandchildren are here, my siblings, nieces, nephews, and the crime in Natchitoches Parish is out of control, and I've got the experience to address that problem head on. Mm-hmm. I want the people in Natchitoches Parish to know that they'll have someone that's not afraid to have their back, that'll fight for them, for their kids. We need to make this parish safer so we can raise our families safely in Natchitoches Parish, and we need someone that's not afraid to address that problem head on. Definitely.
Well, speaking of the citizens of Natchitoches Parish, what would you like to say to them?
First of all, I'm not a politician. I'm a law enforcement officer. I pledge to always do the right thing for the citizens of Natchitoches Parish. I want you to be proud to call me your sheriff. I'll have an open door policy for everyone in the parish. Your problems will be listened to and addressed seriously. You'll be informed as to the status of your investigations that we're working on your behalf. And I just want to let you know that we need to make Natchitoches Parish a safe place to raise our families. And other than that, I mean, it's just the crime problem was so bad, and we've got some good men and women working for the sheriff's office, and they just need the proper leadership.
Yeah. And what would you like those men and women to know?
To the men and women of the Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office, I want you to understand one thing. I'm not trying to be elected to fire anyone. I want you to know that I've worked side by side with a lot of you guys. A lot of you I hadn't worked side by side with, but I know most of you. And my goal is to work with you and work together to address the problems of this parish.
And I have to ask, since crime is one of those big issues, what about the criminals?
Okay. To the criminals of this parish, the people that prey on our citizens, our hard-working citizens every day, I'm going to give you 3 choices. 1, you can straighten your act up. 2, you can move. Or 3, you can face the consequences.
Sounds good to me. Well, if you're interested in learning more about this candidate, go ahead and reach out to him. How would they do that?
They can contact me at my cell phone, 318-527-9021, and my email address is steverashall4sheriff@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. Reach out to him. And as always, thanks for watching.